goodness. Greetings, everybody. This is Jared. Well, this is one of your hosts of Black Geek Energy. We're back again with another great episode, and we're going to start this episode like we start every episode. Demarcus, Lorraine Butler, how was your previous week?
You just not know my middle name?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
never told me.
Okay. I feel like I've definitely told you my middle name before, but yeah, it's
No,
not
you didn't.
Jay, we've
We
known each
never had that exchange of middle names.
other. Okay. All right. Jay, this is your other host for Black Geek Energy, D Marcus, not Lorraine. Uh let's see, how's my previous
So
week
you
been?
don't like Lorraine?
That's not my middle name. No, I don't like it. Um how's my previous week been? It's been busy, man. Yeah. Just busy with work, busy getting ready to go on this cruise next weekend.
You didn't tell the listeners about the cruise that you're about to go on.
Yeah, it's a cruise. My girl bought us a cruise a while ago, and it's
Oh,
finally.
she bought it.
Hmm. Yeah, uh, yeah, and it's coming up. It's gonna be like 8 days. We're going to what? DR, Puerto Rico, Bahamas.
And it's Virgin.
Yep, Virgin.
So
What
the influencers cruise line.
is that an influence cruise line? You know, I'm not.
Yeah, a lot of influencers go on that cruise line.
Mm. So it's gonna be a
So
lot of with selfie sticks and making reels.
yeah,
Mm.
you should make some.
That's not really why I go on vacation. I go on vacation to disconnect from the internet. 'Cause we just had the conversation the other night. She was like, "Oh, should we buy like Wi-Fi package?" And I was like, "Nah,
But the Wi-Fi is already included on Virgin.
it's not." They
The
might
Wi-Fi is not included.
might have like, oh, you can use like the mobile app for the ship and like keep in contact with folks on the ship and get information about things on the ship. But as far as like Instagram, Twitter, um, like making phone calls over Wi-Fi, streaming stuff. Nah, that's not included.
They be sending me emails all the time, and it's like Wi-Fi included, drink package $300, where you get $300 on the boat, and
I mean, maybe that's the deal that they send you. That like if you sign up, we'll throw these things in, but that stuff is not automatically included.
so y'all
Now,
didn't get the drink package for $300?
the Wi-Fi
That $300 credit?
it's not a we got a credit. We got plenty of drink credit, but it's not like a drink package like you would have like on Carnival or
Yeah, they
something.
don't do the drink package.
Where you can just keep drinking for free. Yeah, nah.
So you're not going to keep up with any of your friends or family for these next 8 days. It's going to be you and that girl.
Yeah, nah.
Hmm, okay.
That would be it.
Um,
How's your week been, Jared?
well, we finished with Joey?
I mean, I feel like we were. That was pretty much the whole thing.
Dang. Okay. I mean, but like, when do you leave?
I went and saw the Captain America movie.
Yeah, you said that last week.
No, I didn't. I
Yes, you
said
did.
yesterday.
I mean, but last week is when the episode is going to be posted.
Mm,
So, Demarcus, will
understand.
you think in the showbiz mind? Like,
No, I'm
you are
not.
so. No, you didn't. That was less than 24 hours ago, Demarcus.
Exactly.
I know when it was, but they don't know when it was. It's the. God dang it, Demarcus. Okay, but one day that nobody is talking about is on Gian Escarcelo's role.
Giancarlo
His
Esposito.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito. Nobody's talking about his role and how vital it is for that movie. Like he really pushed the movie forward. And he was a good secondary villain to the leader.
Yeah. kind of. I really enjoyed that it was Giancarlo Esposito in the movie. Um, I don't know if I would say that like his role or him playing that role was like integral to the story.
It was. Cause like he told him who the leader was. Um, he started off the movie. Like, what are you talking about? He's down to the cathedral killing priests and nuns. Like, what are you talking about? He was very integral for the plot, the action, everything for that movie. But like people are saying that John Carlos role wasn't needed. And I'm like,
Hmm.
that's not that's not
I think
fair at
that's
all.
I would say he is definitely the story hook. Like that character was needed. I don't think it needed to be and maybe they did it this way just to make it more impactful, more um like to like raise the stakes. You know what I'm saying? They made it like, oh, this is the leader of the servant society, so this is like a big deal. But you know, they in theory they could have had any Joe Schmo villain doing that same thing, like attacking the priest and trying to make this like this back alley deal. But because it was the leader of the servant society, it's like, oh, now it's a big deal because this is like an international threat that everyone's known about for a while. And it could just been like an Easter egg for the fans. Like if you've been reading the comics, you know who Serpent Society is, and it's just exciting to see them.
My week was fun. Not a lot has happened. It's just been, anyways.
How's the job?
Last,
Oh, go ahead.
huh?
Go ahead with what you were saying.
Know what you say?
I was asking how's the job hunt?
It's every day. Job rejections.
Mm,
I at least get 20 job rejections a day,
golly.
both from these interviews I'm on and these people not even reading my resume or my application. So that's just every day. Um,
Mm.
what's hard to say? Last night was interesting. Well, this morning.
Mm.
Um, after our long D&D session, because like I have been up since 1 o'clock
Mm-hmm. AM?
um AM, yeah. So like at 8 o'clock when we finished both our episodes and like I like opening my eyes, it started to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to sleep, woke up at 12. And I just fooled around on my phone. And then around like 2, my power goes out. So I'm thinking that the power went out in the whole neighborhood. So I'm looking on the outage map
Mm-hmm.
and uh
I thought you were asleep. How you know the power went out? Because you said you went to sleep after the thing.
no, I said I woke up
Mm.
and I was on my phone.
Mm.
So I was looking on the power outage map and I was seeing the power outage, but there was no power outage that was reported. So I reported the power outage. Then I started listening to ghost stories like I always do. And of course, my room is dark. I'm listening to these stories. I'm getting kind of jumpy. Um, and I was like, how did my lights turn on? But anyway, 6 o'clock comes around and Jordan Pirate calls. I'm like, okay, finally, I'm gonna hear some news because I didn't hear no trucks or nothing. So
Mm-hmm.
6 o'clock comes around. Um, they're like, hey, you reporting fires? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, we're breaking your house. I'm like, yeah, it's in the basement. And he's like, can you go down there for me? I'm like, because
Wait, who did you report it to?
Georgia Power.
Okay, and Georgia Power is now calling you and telling you to go into the basement.
Yeah.
I don't mind. That's not my job. I need to send somebody out.
Well, I mean,
I'm
if
just
it was a quick fix, I don't mind going to the basement and, flipping the switch. So I'm
mm,
like, okay, but I'm scared to go down there because
shut the
I haven't
front.
been down there since, wait, what you say?
I said shut the front door. Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't been down there since we moved our grandmother's stuff down there.
Oh, okay.
So like her whole house is in our downstairs basement. So it's like a reimagining of her house. And like I have a lot of experiences in our house that are like paranormal. So I just haven't been downstairs in the basement since all her stuff was down there. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I go down there. Well, first I open my door and I realize that no other room in the house power is out. So now I'm feeling stupid
Mhm.
because this person is calling me and I've been laying in the dark, not even thinking to open my room door to see what the rest of the house is going through. I just assumed that the whole neighborhood power is out, but it was just my
Right.
room. So now I'm feeling weird. So I go downstairs, I flip the switch, and I'm like, okay, yeah, the power's out. I mean, the power's back on the whole house. Sorry for calling. Thank you. Bye. And I
Hmm.
come back up to my room and the power was back on. So yeah.
What was going on?
I don't know. I have no idea what happened. I have no idea. None. The power went out. I flipped the switch and it went back on. Like it was weird because it was just in my room. No,
Is there like a breaker specifically for your room or something?
no, the breakers for the whole house.
It ain't like just like no fuse box, nothing for your room.
No. Mm-mm.
So did you do anything in the basement?
I ran to the breaker. I
Uh-huh.
flipped the switch and
Okay.
then I ran back upstairs
You flip the switch for the whole house, or you just flip the switch for your room?
just for my room.
Okay, so okay, it could have just been like a short or something. I don't know.
Yeah, because I was thinking I would have to go down there and it would be pitch black, have using my little cell phone light. Someone's
Hmm.
gonna come up behind me, but I can actually use the lights that were installed in the basement. So yeah.
Like turn mine on.
Mm,
Mhm.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for that.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, you look better. Oh, you do look better. Um, but yeah, that was my night. So again, another sleepless night. Probably gonna be extra tired, but the season finale of Real Housewives of Potomac is tonight, so I am excited for that.
You gonna stay
Do,
up
do
for that?
you, huh?
You gonna stay up for that?
Yeah, I'll stay up for that. Do you still not watch Married to Medicine?
I don't.
Oh my God, DeMarcus.
I think my ex watched Married to Medicine, so I saw a few episodes.
DeMarcus, you told me your ex watched Married to Medicine. You were watching with her. That's how you know what it is. But I'm like, you should watch it
Had it on.
yourself and start from the beginning.
If she had it on, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, change it," because I don't want to watch this. I just, I don't know, do something else.
Oh my God, DeMarcus. And she watches stuff that you want to watch. Like she used to watch anime and stuff, right?
Mm,
Yes, because y'all would watch those anime shows together.
I mean, she would fall asleep a lot or like be on her phone. So
Okay. And see, that's I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it today. Yeah. So this is the part of the show where we actually
mhm.
give our listeners something to watch or even do. And this segment of our show is sponsored by our good friends at MoviePass. And Marcus, can you please tell them about MoviePass?
Excuse me. Absolutely. So MoviePass is a subscription-based service that allows users to watch multiple movies in theaters for a monthly fee. It was designed to make movie going more affordable, more accessible by offering plans that enable the subscribers, that's y'all, to see a certain number of movies per month, or even an unlimited amount, depending on what tier you go by. You know what I'm saying? I used to be on that low tier, and I can see like 3 movies a month, and it cost me what, like $10 a month. So you go see one movie and it already pays for itself. So check out Movie Pass.
So this week, I am actually going to put them onto this manhwa that I've been reading. I mentioned it on this show, but
Mhm.
I didn't really like tell y'all about it. But it is called the Omniscient Reader.
Mhm.
This book is just like all the other Korean manhwas. You already get the gist. But the hook is the guy, he was reading this book. He was the only one that was reading this manhwa in the
Mhm.
book.
Mhm.
And he and at the end of the book, when it finished, the author of the book emails him a copy of the book. And turns out the the plot points in the book
Mhm.
start happening in real life. Like everything in the book starts happening in real life. So he has the upper hand. Um, but my favorite part is I think he was reading it because he was fantasizing about the main protagonist. And of course, he meets that main protagonist. And there is more of a love story, well, more of a ship story between the main protagonist and the main protagonist in the book and the main protagonist uh in the book I'm reading. And the book
Mhm.
he's reading is called Three Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. So the main protagonist in those two
Sounds kind of meta. Let
then
me make sure.
Naruto and Sasuke.
Hold on, Jared. Hold on, Jared, 'cause I'm confused. I want to make sure.
It's confusing.
So this is a manhwa about
Yes.
uh, a character who is a writer who is writing a book.
No. No. The character is just an everyday man.
All right.
And he's just reading the book. And he was the only person that was reading the book.
So it's about a character reading a book about themselves that
No.
the author of the manhwa wrote.
No. Mm-mm. No.
And what are we talking about, Jared?
I'm just explaining. You don't be listening. It's
I do be listening.
too much marijuana smoke up here. Too much brain fall from marijuana smoke. The character in this book is just reading the book, like I be reading the solo leveling book.
Sure.
So it's just like if I were to jump into solo leveling and meet um what is his name, Jung Sung Woo or whatever. I don't know his name. Yeah, Jiwoo San. So it's just like I was going to that book with all the knowledge that I have now
Mm-hmm.
and meet him and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So he knows everything that's happening in the book that he's reading called Three Ways to Survive the Apocalypse. And
Mm-hmm.
then the the plot points from the book starts and
Mm-hmm.
then he
And he's the main character in the book, Three Ways to Something in the Pot.
no, he's the main character in the book I'm reading, Omniscient Reader. In the book he's reading called Three Ways to Survive the Apocalypse has another main character.
Okay.
So then that main character and the main character from the book I'm reading meet up and it's like a love hate thing like
Mm-hmm.
like he will go to
A boy
places.
love?
It's not a boy love, no, but it might as well be because they have this sexual tension where they haven't fought yet, but they'll like go off and like he'll say his name, and
Mm-hmm.
when he says his name, like the other person gonna pop up and they'll be like, your notoriety is spreading over here because somebody is mentioning your name. So
Mm-hmm.
and then he'll do it for him. So yeah, it's like a love thing. They have a lot of love type things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more tense than Sasuke and Naruto.
So,
So
so
yeah.
it's about, and there's an apocalypse happening in both,
Hmm.
and it's about how they survive the apocalypse.
Yeah. So the apocalypse is they get thrust into a gang world,
Mm, very.
and they have to survive it. All of these historical, mythological, and fable characters are
Mm-hmm.
called constellations, and
Mm-hmm.
they are watching them play this game, and they can make bets. They can send them money. They
Mm-hmm.
can send them items. So yeah, yeah, it's really good.
Okay. Okay. It's starting to sound a little interesting. Like before, I'm like, it's a story about a man reading a book about a book. I don't I don't know if I want to read this.
Yeah, yeah, and they are actually producing. Well, they're in production with the live action version now, set to
Mm,
come out later this year or early
like a
next
Korean
year.
drama?
Hmm?
Is it gonna be like a Korean drama, like one of the hour-long joints, 45
I think it's
minutes?
gonna be like a movie.
Okay, hmm, interesting.
Yeah, yeah. They're also doing a solo leveling movie.
I heard. Is it? I'm always skeptical with anime movies because are you making a actual movie or are you just smashing together like 6 episodes from the anime and calling it?
They putting together 6 episodes of the anime,
Yeah, I don't want to see.
going up until the first main what's that called, cliffhanger.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I mean I do, I do.
Because I just watched the anime and I listened to the audiobook. Like I'm almost done with the audiobook.
Where are
There's a
you?
lot of chapters at the end of it that are about like they just start talking about uh Jinwoo's son Suo.
Hmm. Okay, cool. So do you have anything you want to put them on to?
I think I do. I've been this anime was maybe it's just like maybe it's more of an update than like a actual put you on because it's called Magic Maker: How to Make Magic in Another World.
Oh, I
Um,
heard about that.
mm-hmm. And
And you
it's
mentioned that already.
again.
You mentioned that already.
Have I mentioned that? I think I mentioned it as like one of the anime that I'm watching this season.
Yeah, how is it?
Yeah, it's not bad. And it has ups and downs. Like it gets exciting, and then it's like back to him doing like magical. So it's a real chill anime to watch. Like it's not. It's like if I had to compare it to something, it would be like Franklin or like Little Bear, like that.
What?
And listen to what. Let me land. Like that intensity of a show, like where it's not super intense. It's like a very low stimulation stuff show. So if you want to watch
Okay.
something that's like, oh, I can watch this and like I can relax to it. You know, it'll relax my nervous system. This is the kind of show you want to watch. It's like
No.
almost a slice of life, but it's all about him trying to make magic happen in this new world.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
You like slice of life, Jerry, so I don't
No,
understand.
I don't.
Okay.
What slice of life do I like?
These boy love anime you be watching, they're basically slice of life anime.
It's not slice of life. That's boy love.
Okay. It's
That's
about
boy
going to
love.
high school and figuring out that they like boys.
Okay. Well, not slice of life. That is boy love, and you need to get it right or pay the price.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Anyway,
uh, Angie Stone
Angie Stone. What about
has
it?
passed away in a car crash. Did you hear about this?
Damn, I did not hear about that.
Mm. So your CNN alerts just don't come through. Like,
I
what's going on? Because
don't,
you never know the news.
I don't be on CNN. Matter of fact, I think I did see a story about Angie Stone earlier, but I did not like click on it. I didn't like read into it.
I mean, you don't have to be on CNN to get the CNN alerts from the news app. Like,
I don't. I deleted CNN from my phone. I don't want the. So I think at the time where it started happening, it was like a lot of political stuff, and I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to see this at the start of my day.
mm,
It's not how I want to start my day.
I see. I
Mm-hmm.
see. All right, Demarcus. So, do you have a? There was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember it. Hopefully, I remember it uh,
If I
later
could
on this episode.
like one more thing before we move on to the next segment,
I did
um,
not hear what you said.
if I could put folks onto one more thing, I think it's your headphones, Derek, because even yesterday, like everyone else could hear me, and you were the only one like I can't hear you. Can you turn your headphones up or something?
Okay, you're all the way up.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
You sound exactly the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll fix that later. Anyway, if I could put folks onto one more thing for on, uh, I've been rewatching some episodes of Food Wars. Food Wars is a really fun anime to watch. You watch Food Wars, Derek?
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't
Everybody
seen
says to
any
watch
of
it.
Food Wars?
No, I just said I haven't seen it yet.
But like I haven't seen it yet could mean like, oh, I haven't like taken time out to watch it versus like I have never seen even a clip.
No, I haven't. I know that they get naked when they eat food. That's all I know.
When when the food is really good, they get it. So Food Wars is an anime about this kid who is raised by his dad, who's a chef. So he comes from like a cooking family. And his dad is mentioning like, yo, I just got hired to do like to open this restaurant in a different country. So I'm gonna send you to high school so you can learn more about cooking and food. And when I come back, we can open up a restaurant and run it together. So um, at this high school, it's like the top food high school in Japan. You got to be really good at cooking from like a young age. So like some of the people that go to the school are like the heir to this to like the biggest food transporter in the world, heir to like gastronomic empire about food. Are you hearing this echo?
No.
Um, the you know what I'm saying, and like other folks who are just like really good at cooking. Who, like there's one girl who has like the God taste buds. And she can taste
God taste buds?
God taste buds. They call it the goddess tongue or something like that. And she can taste every ingredient that you use in food after you've already like you serve her anything. She can be like, you use coriander and cinnamon, and I can taste the pasture the cow was raised on. Like it's nuts. But when stuff is like, but everybody's like looking down on him because he comes from like this like on pop like restaurant. So they're like, you ain't gonna be a cook. You ain't living in this world. But he's like a really good cook. It's all about him trying to like make moves in this high school and eventually graduate. Really good. It's hilarious. It's fun to watch. Like Jared was saying, like when the food is really good, they clothes come off. If the food is only kind of good, like if it's really really good, they orgasm and they clothes come off. Uh, but if it's kind of good, they might just have like a little orgasm. Uh, and it's all these like cooking competitions. It's hilarious. You need to watch it, Jared.
I got a lot of stuff to watch.
I feel
I
like
don't know. It just didn't sound interesting. Like I watch food shows all the time, but these
and Jared,
shows have real food.
I understand where you're coming from because when I first heard about it, I was like, this doesn't feel that interesting. Like Food Wars, like it's an anime about cooking. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy that. But once I started watching it, I was like, yo, this shit is great.
No, I would like a food anime because I watch
Mm-hmm.
food shows all the time. I was just watching
Mm-hmm.
Chef Table, but it's a comedy, people's clothes coming off. I don't,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want people to make fun of people cooking. I don't think that would be funny
They
to
don't
me.
think no, the food is serious. They don't joke about the food. They joke about everything else though.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, I don't know. I keep hearing about it. People keep saying it's good, but I have to watch JoJo before I watch Food Wars. So
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
yeah,
You're gonna be locked into that for the rest of your life.
there's only like 6 seasons.
But that show's been on since like the '80s, Jared.
But there's not. Okay, well, it hasn't been on since the 80s. It's only been on like since like it's only had 6 seasons, right?
Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like when I went
I think you are wrong.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that shit was like old as hell.
Started in 2012.
Did it? No, I'm seeing something about '93 here. Should I watch JoJo 1993 or 2012?
Um, it started it started in 2012. That's what I'm saying. The TV series.
Mm-hmm. See what this is talking about there. Let me dig a little bit deep.
Oh, the 1993 is something else.
Is it?
Huh. But that only has 13 episodes.
Okay. That's probably what I saw then. And I was like, this shit look old as hell. And I can't get into it.
But yeah, um, but I need to get into that before I get into anything else. Anyways, DeMarcus, do you have a fun activity? Did you see a roach?
No, I'm trying to lift my seat up.
Oh.
Yeah. Will I
Did
have
you
a
have a
fun
fun activity?
activity? It's gonna be fun for me, but I think it'll be fun for everybody.
Yeah.
Because it's real simple. It's real easy. I try to make, I'm trying to make them more in line with like what we're talking about on the episodes these days. So I think this one will be good. I think we will all enjoy it. You may not enjoy it because it may be too easy. That's the only caveat there.
Too weak?
Too easy. Too easy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So for those who are joining us for the very first time, and I don't know, understand why you should have been listening to this for your entire life, even though we only started a few years ago. Um, for those who are listening for the very first time,
Oh, and it's the road to 100. Sorry. We're about to hit 100 episodes.
we are close to 100 episodes. How far are we away?
I don't know. I think like four.
Four. Shoot, we've been on the road to 100. We at, we at the finish line.
Yeah.
We got 4 episodes scheduled. Um,
Yeah, because I stopped it at the 100 episodes. So,
hmm. Anyway, um, the way the games and activities go on Black Geek Energy is DeMarcus creates the games, DeMarcus judges the answers, right or wrong, and DeMarcus decides the winners. So today is another trivia game, and I have 10 questions, Jared. Let's say you need, I think all these are pretty easy. So 7 to win. That means you got 3 places to fuck up. Excuse me.
you
All right.
think that these are easy.
I think these are very easy. Um, let me see. Let me see. What else do I want to tell you about this game? So, what you're going to be doing is guessing the character from the description I give you of their outfit.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds easy. All right, let's get started. Number one. uh, this character wears a red cape, a blue suit, and has a bold emblem on his chest that stands for hope.
It says what on his chest?
He wears a bold emblem on his chest that stands for hope.
Oh, Superman.
Okay. See, easy peasy.
Okay.
All right, number two. Uh, dressed in all black with a cowl and a flowing cape, uh, this hero stalks the night.
Batman.
Of course. All right. Number three. An orange gi and a symbol on his back to mark the martial artist who's always searching for stronger opponents.
Goku?
Hey, see, super easy. Yes or no, Jared?
It's not over yet.
Okay. Let's see. Number four. Uh, an orange jumpsuit and a metal headband. This character wants to be the strongest in the village.
The strongest in the bunch?
Village.
Village?
That's what I said.
Orange jumpsuit and a metal headband?
A metal headband.
Uh, is it Naruto?
Naruto.
Um, is
Why
it
did I?
is that a jumpsuit?
Yeah, he wears an orange jumpsuit.
A jumpsuit is like a onesie, ain't it?
Yes.
Oh,
It
I thought it was
can,
just that's not a jumpsuit, is
some
it?
people get two piece too, I guess. All right.
And his goal wasn't to be the strongest. That's not a jumpsuit. That's a warm up.
You really gonna split hairs here?
Because a jumpsuit is one piece, and this is clearly a warm up. DeMarcus, it's a warm up, and his headband is in metal. It's cloth and it has a metal part. DeMarcus,
Gary, you really splitting hairs. You are
DeMar,
really, you are really, really splitting hairs.
because DeMarcus, I'm not splitting hairs. I'm trying to make sure that these questions are accurate. That's what my thing is. You have inaccurate questions, and I have to go above and beyond in my
Did you
brain
have
cells.
Beyond?
Yes, I did, because I was like, who in the world could this
Because
possibly be?
I think it's pretty well known that it is pretty well described that Naruto wears an orange jumpsuit.
He doesn't wear a jumpsuit though. That's clearly a warm up.
That's
If
how
you
it's
look at it,
always
it's a warm
described. It.
up.
That's how it's always described.
No, it's not. Who's
Yes, it
ever
is.
described it as a jumpsuit? You can
Everybody
zip it down and he can
who
take
wears.
the coat off. That is
Type in,
not a jumpsuit.
type in Google right now. Who wears an orange jumpsuit? Which anime character wears an orange jumpsuit? Type it in. Type it in Google.
And it wouldn't be accurate because Google does the aggregate of multiple
Shut
people's
the hell up.
answers.
Shut the hell
Google
up.
does. No, you can't be mad at me because that's not
Okay,
a jumpsuit.
who would you
It's not
ask?
a
Who
jumpsuit
would you
or a
ask?
metal
Who
headband.
would you, who
And
would
he
you
doesn't want
ask?
to be the
Which
strongest.
what source would you trust?
I would trust the source on whatever Naruto.com is for Naruto
Go to
stuff.
com and see what they say. In the meantime, number 5, with slick black green hair and a purple suit and a twisted grin, which villain is this?
Slick black green hair,
Mm-hmm.
um, and a purple jumps in a purple suit.
Purple suit, not
All
jumpsuit.
right.
Purple
That
suit.
that's the Joker.
This is a joke. Good job, Jerry. You almost there. You killing this one. I should have chose the harder people. I was like, I don't want to choose the harder folks. Anyway. Mm-mm. All right. Clad in high tech red and gold, this hero always shines, especially the glowing piece on his chest. Excuse me.
What's on his chest? A glowing P?
Especially the glowing piece on his,
Peace.
especially the
And
glowing
he's in gold and red, red and gold.
piece.
Uh, red and gold and glowing. Oh, Iron Man.
Yes, yes, it is Iron Man. Let's see, where we at? We at number 7. You gotten everyone right so far, Jared. I feel like this hasn't happened in a while.
Wow.
All right, number 7. You get this one right. Make sure I haven't missed none.
You miscounted.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Dang.
We got Superman, we got Batman, we got. Okay, I did miss one. All right, let's go back to this one. This character has a red and blue suit with large white eyes and a mask that conceals his identity.
Red and blue suit with white eyes.
Large white eyes. The, To be more specific, since you like to split hairs, the mask has large white eyes on it. The hero himself does not have large white eyes.
Red and blue suit with large white eyes. Hmm. Hmm. Is this anime or superhero or
This is
comic?
superhero.
It's what?
It's superhero.
Superhero. I have no idea what this is. Red and blue suit with large white eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I have no earthly idea.
Let's see if I can give you another hint. Uh, hmm. You recently told me, I don't know. No, that's not because I don't remember the word you used. I would say he has the most movies, the most feature length films.
Red and blue suit.
Mhm.
Oh, Spider-Man.
That's correct.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Mhm. That's whatever.
Radioactive Spider-Man.
That's whatever is valuable. All right. Into the final three. A red vest, blue shorts. Give this adventurous person their signature look. I'll read it. I'll read it. I'll say this one differently. An open red vest and blue jean shorts and a hat give this adventurer his signature look.
An open red vest and
Blue jean shorts,
blue jean
a
shorts.
yellow hat.
A yellow hat.
Mhm. This adventurer. Are you looking stuff up online?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No. Um, hmm. Open red vest.
Mhm. I just heard you click something.
Yeah. Is that, is it Luffy?
Yes, it is Luke. What you looking at over there? What you clicking if you ain't looking shit up online?
I'm trying to clear this audio because I'm hearing a lot of sound in my audio, like a lot of background noise.
Mm-hmm. That's how I had turned my mic up. I'll turn it back down a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Oh, okay,
Eat.
a little bit. Let me turn the thing back.
Last two.
All right.
This warrior wears a school uniform with a red bow and a glowing tiara.
Oh, is that Serena? Sailor Moon?
Oh yes. I was like, Serena.
That's her name,
I think
Serena.
this last one might be the hardest
Okay.
because he's not the only one that wears the uniform.
Okay. So I can name eating anyone.
Nope, because there's a clue in here that gives you that kind of tips you toward the one specific person.
All right.
Dressed in military gear with a long green cape, this elite soldier takes down towering monsters with incredible speed.
Hmm. Military gear with a long green cape. Do I watch this or read
Long,
this?
long, long is a bit of a stretch. They have a green cape though.
Do I watch this or
Yeah,
read this?
yeah,
A long or a green cape, and he takes down
monster, giant monster,
monsters like
giant.
kaiju.
Not like kaiju.
Hmm. Military gear. What
Mhm.
is that? Green cape and military gear. Who is this? Can you give me another hint?
Uh, they wear the symbol for freedom on their uniform. They wear a symbol for freedom on their uniform.
Does it like stand? Is it another symbol that stands for it, like Superman symbol?
Mm-mm. Mm,
Because there's no universal symbol of freedom.
you're right. There is. That's why I said a symbol of freedom. I mean, I guess if we had to pick a universal symbol of freedom, it would be an eagle. We are American, but
Well, that's not very European if you're not American. I mean, not European, but universal if you're not American.
I think everyone in the world is like, oh yeah, America equals freedom. I think
No, they're not. Everywhere around the world does not like America like that.
they don't, but they know our symbols anyway.
But it doesn't mean the same to them.
It doesn't, but they know what it means to us anyway, Jared. This
So
that's not
why would it mean that to
that's not
them in
that's,
another country?
that's not what we're getting into. That's not what we're talking about. Let's see. He's not the only person that wears the uniform.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
in this anime. Let's see. Mm, what else can I tell you? And I want to keep it about like their uniforms. There are two other branches of this military, of the military that he's in.
Is this a new anime or an old anime?
It's older. It's
So
already
it's not.
finished.
Oh, so it finished.
Mhm.
I have no idea, Demarcus.
This one's Levi Ackerman.
There were three branches of that military.
I said there are two more. If he's in one, there are two more.
All right. Cool.
Mhm.
But and there's is not the universal symbol of freedom in
I didn't
their
say
world
I didn't say
or
it
our
was
world.
universal. I said it was a symbol of freedom.
No, it wasn't.
It
Each of
is.
those symbols means something for the caste system in the town that they protected.
No, they was like we wear the wings on our uniform for freedom. We are the scout regiment because
They said that, but the people who
they
wore the
said that
wings
they
were
said that
fighting in the city.
they said that you said they said that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what more do you need?
That wasn't the official meaning. Those symbols mean something. They didn't all mean freedom.
They
See,
did.
that's
I
a
didn't say
very
they all
American.
mean freedom.
They didn't. They
The,
did
the,
not
the,
mean
the
freedom. The
horse thing meant
symbols,
something else. The little shield thing meant something else. We were talking about one particular person.
and the things didn't mean freedom. Demarcus, that's what I'm trying to
Jerry,
say.
you just said that's what they said.
No, that is what they said, but that's not what they meant.
So how can you say that's not what they meant? You ain't in it.
Okay, okay.
You
That
ain't write
that
the book.
That's like
That's
me
what they said, and
saying
that's what they meant.
that my pillow means green, but my pillow doesn't mean green. It means comfort, but it means green to me.
Okay, then it means green to you.
But you
And can't
said it was
nobody
a
argue that.
universal symbol.
I did not say universal. I said a symbol. Here, you won this game
I
with
know, but
90% accuracy. And I feel like you should be happier.
no, I'm not
Focusing on
happy.
the one you got wrong, you should look at everything you did right.
The symbols met the roses met the stationary guard, the wings met the scouting legion, and the unicorn met the military police. That's what those symbols meant.
I think I think you have it reversed. I think you have it reversed. The scout regiment uses wings, and the wings symbolize, and they use the wings because they symbolize freedom.
No, they don't. The actual literal meaning of that is the scouting legion. That's the only
It's the symbol of the scouting legion.
scouting legion. Yeah, yes. That's
It's
still
the,
scouting
that is the
legion.
symbol that the scouts wear.
Yes.
Why do the scouts use the wings as a symbol? Just
Because
because of it?
that's what's given to them by the upper
No,
military.
Jared,
That's
they
what's
use it
given to
because
them
it
by the
means
people.
freedom.
No, it doesn't. It means scouting legion. That's all
Ah,
it means. That's all it means. That's what it means.
no, Jared, you laughing because I feel like you. Okay,
Demarcus, I am
hold
literally
on.
on the website. It says
Hold on.
Survey Corps, the Scouting Legion. Survey
I'm
Corps.
looking at the Attack on Titan wiki.
Oh my god.
Despite having little success before 850, they still symbolize the hope of mankind, with their insignia being known as the wings of freedom.
Yeah, the wings of freedom. They don't mean freedom. They use that as a
What are we
noun.
talking about here?
We're talking about how you don't have the right question.
Jared, Jared, just because you get it wrong don't mean the
I
question is wrong.
didn't get it wrong. I didn't know what you were talking about. I did
You
get it
couldn't you
wrong
couldn't guess it.
because you said a military outfit. They had a long cape. Like all this stuff is not.
I said the long cape ain't. I said that's a stretch. They have eight
And
rings.
then you said they didn't fight kaiju. Those things were told as kaiju. You didn't see the
They're not
Titan.
kaiju.
You
Wait,
didn't see the
we're not gonna
the
fucking argue about this.
you
They
didn't
were
see the
definitely called Titans. The whole anime is called Attack on Titan for a
you
reason.
didn't
They
see
are
the
not kaiju.
gigantic Titan that when
They are
he
not kaiju.
transformed. I didn't say they were Titan. I said were they as big as
No,
kaiju?
you said are they kaiju?
Oh my god. I didn't say they were kaiju. I said were
You
they
said
as
are they
big as kaiju?
you didn't say they were. You asked like are they kaiju? Do they fight kaiju? And I was like no, they are not kaiju.
Okay, well, I don't remember that way. Anyways, I won
You did. You did win
with 100% accuracy.
with 90%
With
accuracy.
100% accuracy. In fact, I got 110% accuracy. 110% accuracy because not only
Jared, what are we
did
talking
I
about
have
today?
did I have
Jared, Jared,
the
what are we
questions
talking?
right, I
Jared,
also corrected
Jared,
you.
Jared,
So I had 110% accuracy.
Jared,
Thank you
what are we
very
talking about
much.
today on the show?
DeMarcus, it's it's your episode.
No, this is your episode.
No, it's your
This is your
episode.
episode. I wouldn't do a fashion episode.
I didn't do a fashion episode, especially on anime fashion. You wrote this down, just like how
That's
you wrote the
exactly what
cosplay
you.
stuff
This
down.
sounds exactly like something you would do, Jared.
Demarcus, this is your
This
episode.
is your episode, Jared.
Okay, well we can look it up uh on the little list. Let's see. Let's see. Latest updates. Because this is your episode. I promise. Anime fashion. I promise you wrote this in. I can't even go. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I go to the other one. Podcast list. Here we go. Here
Latest
we go.
updates. It don't even go back to see.
And I can't even.
Yeah, it don't even go back that far. What I got.
Oh my God. I can't even go
Because
back to
I
it.
thought the next episode was going to be worst tragedies in anime, and that's definitely one. That was definitely mine.
You did that too.
But I don't remember putting no anime or no comic book fashion. I think both of those are all you.
No, you did both of those.
I don't. Mm-mm, I don't recall.
You did both of those because I did not
I
do
don't
it.
be.
You
I don't
did
be
both
paying
of
attention to
those
folks' outfits like that.
the same way that you did cosplay. When you wrote down anime fashion, comic fashion, you wrote down cosplay too.
I think I would do cosplay because I've been getting into cosplay. I think I remember writing that, but I don't remember writing anime or comic
You
book
did
fashion.
all of them because I wouldn't do that episode with you.
And what are we gonna talk about today, Jared?
You gonna talk about anime fashion?
I don't know nothing about no anime fashion.
Really, Demarcus? Oh my God!
Woo, Jared! I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you.
You wrote that down.
And not. We need to start. We need to start putting down who wrote the who put the episode down. We start putting names next to these episodes.
No, because it tells you in the notes app. I just can't get to it. Hold on, let me see if I can get to it online.
Online.
Because it definitely tells you who wrote the stuff in and okay, let me see. Allow 433994. Oh my goodness, Demarcus. I can't believe you forgot. Let me see. Podcast list. Here we go. Okay, now let me see if I
Share
can.
your screen. Let me see.
I don't even think I can see the. Hold on. I don't even think I can see it on this. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me just go see something. All right. Let's see this. I'm on like 7 Apple devices right now because the one Apple device does not work. Um, podcast list. Okay. And then let me go to recent. No. 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 Oh, here. Latest updates. Oh, show all activity. Ah. All right. So let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, fashion.
You
Still
done yet?
highlighting. Okay, here we go. Yes, it says somebody made an edit where it says anime fashion and comic book fashion. Let me see if I can share this because it highlighted it. Do I have Zoom on this? Say ZOOM. Yep. I can't believe you're making me do this, DeMarcus.
You don't have to do all this, Jared. We could just move on. We could just regroup and move forward.
I mean, we can, but then you said share your screen and let me see it. So I'm about to share my
I
screen
don't.
and
I
let you see.
don't. I don't. I've already. I've already let this go.
I I haven't obviously
You haven't. You haven't.
because
And this is
I
what.
mean, because you're making me seem like an evil person that always blames you for stuff, and I'm not blaming you for stuff. But this is your episode.
You do blame a lot of stuff on me. However, I don't think it matters. I don't think you looking for who wrote this episode makes an interesting podcast.
Now, Marcus, you did this on November the 26th of last year.
I definitely don't remember that.
Okay. Well, you did it. It's right here in the notes. Because it says when I made edits. It says when you made edits.
You said it says somebody.
Yeah, somebody. We're the only two people with access to this.
How come you can't be the somebody?
I'm the you. It says you. Then it says somebody.
You could have logged in from another account or something,
I can only access this
or another
through my
device.
account. So even if I do on my Samsung, I still have to log in using my Apple ID.
Yeah.
So on everyone it says Black Leader 99.
Mm-hmm.
Then it says somebody else. We are the only people that have access to this. So it says on November the 26th, you wrote anime fashion, you wrote comic book fashion. That's what it says that you did on November the 26th.
I don't remember writing either of these things. Here.
Well, you did it, and it's right here.
Oh, yeah, I
right
can't see nothing on that screen.
It's right here.
You're holding up a blurry screen, Jerry.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Jerry, it doesn't matter. What are we gonna talk about?
No. It matters because you're blaming me.
I'm not blaming you. I'm saying I didn't write it.
Okay, so then admit that you wrote this down.
I didn't. I can't. I don't remember it.
Well then was it me? So was the ghost of writing stuff down?
The ghost of Black Geek Energy, I guess.
it was the ghost of Black Geek Energy that wrote this down.
I guess so.
DeMarcus, see, this is the thing that we have to talk about. Now we don't have a topic for today. You were supposed to do this topic. I put these topics. You wrote this last year. I think you wrote this after or right around the time of our break last year. Or there was only one more episode till our break. You wrote this down, and we did. We just the episode.
If that's the case, Jared, if I wrote it down last year, you do a better job.
My statement, huh? What now?
I said if I wrote this down last year, we need to do a better job of keeping these timely. I don't remember writing this at all.
You wrote it down.
Okay, I'm saying I don't remember.
Well, then you need to start remembering.
I said we need to do a better job of keeping these.
I don't need to do a better job. I know who did what in the thing because I can see it and I remember. I know which episodes I contribute to the list. Mm-hmm. This was your episode, DeMarcus.
Hear it and see what happened to the tragedies episode.
That had to go down because that was supposed to be the episode with either Neil or Paula, and it had to go down to later. Do you want to do tragedies episode today? We can do tragedies episode today. Are you ready?
Nope. I did not remember that episode either because I saw that it was the anime fashion. And I was like, of course that's Jared's episode. It's talking about fashion.
It's your episode, DeMarcus.
Hey, I'm just telling you what I thought.
So, I guess that we need to just put our names down, even
that
though.
Would help. I think that would help.
No. Even though Apple shows you.
Apple doesn't show me. I always look at it on my computer, and it just has the list.
Apple shows you. You can go to changes made, and Apple will show you.
Changes made. I don't have that option here.
Oh my God.
Format, edit. Excuse me. File.
Or activity.
Activity.
It is
when I click show all activity, it just show me like where you like copy and paste stuff. Those are the last two edits to show.
I see the whole list of activity.
I do not.
Oh, are you looking at the new podcast list or the old podcast list? Because I
only have the one because I remember I lost access to the old one.
Oh, so do you need access to this? Oh.
I got access to the list now. The list that I'm looking at is shared between us, and I can update it.
Okay. Well, as I said, DeMarcus, you wrote this down.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know what you wrote down in the list and what I wrote down in the
Yeah,
list.
and we should put names on it.
So
Now
even
I'll put my
if
name next to the ones that I did talk about cosplay.
even if you wrote down anime tragedies versus comic book tragedies, you still don't have that episode prepared.
Because we weren't doing it.
Okay. All right. So now what we gonna talk about? Guess I'll just do. I don't know. Okay, I know what I can do. Let's clean up some things. So in our Spotify, people have been leaving comments. So maybe I
Happened.
could just read those comments.
Okay. Let's see what the people got to say.
This is so unscheduled. I'm so sorry, people. All right. The last comment that was made, and this is on the Sidekick Shuffle episode. Did you see that
Hmm.
episode?
I mean, I recorded it, so yeah.
Oh, but you didn't watch the playback.
I ain't watching play.
Well,
I'm way
somebody.
behind watching our playbacks.
Oh, so you don't watch our playbacks at all?
Now, I mean, I do, but I don't watch them all the time. I usually watch them. I listen to them at work on like on like a Monday after I listen to my other podcast,
Mm.
or like I think I got a podcast. I don't listen to that one all the time.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, I usually listen to them on like a
When
Monday.
you listen to freaking frack the British people podcast,
I don't know what.
whatever their names are, those Muppets,
Mhm.
the
Okay,
Nigerian
what's the
Muppet and
comment?
the wait, what?
What is the comment? What's the
I'm trying to see what you be listening to. All right, the comment is, and we don't get a lot of comments, but we did get one comment, and it says, "Y'all both look like y'all should be in Tyler Perry movies."
wow? Who said that?
This is from A Clack One,
A
ACLAK1.
A Clack one. We both look like we should be in Tyler Perry movie.
I mean,
What's that mean?
I don't know, cause the guys in Tyler Perry movies are like fine, cause Tyler
Mm,
Perry,
mm,
but it could also mean that he's he has low budget productions, but then he pays all his actors really really well.
mm-hmm.
And if you've never been on Tyler Perry's set, like I've been, they get amazing food there. I was like,
That's why
wow,
we looking like that though.
yeah, like Tyler Perry movies are the best, the best.
When we talking about
So
this person talking about looks and not like how great it is to be on a Tyler Perry set.
okay, well, look wise, I've never seen an ugly person on Tyler Perry in a Tyler Perry movie
I mean,
or a
you got
Tyler
Mr.
Perry
Brown.
show.
Maybe he said maybe we're taking this the wrong way. It's not an insult. Maybe it's a compliment.
I
Maybe
didn't
we.
think it was an insult. Did you think it was an insult?
I mean, the way you went with it, because I asked what does that mean, and the way you went with it, I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe it was me. Maybe I did take that insult. But maybe
I
it's
mean,
a
why would you
compliment.
take that as an insult?
People like to be on time because I don't know. I mean, because I immediately thought about like Tyler Perry having the bad wigs on his movies.
I mean, Shamar Moore that one time, but every other time, like in Sisters, on Ruthless, like all his shows, uh, Made in Black, like all his shows, those guys are ultra super duper fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I don't know, like
I mean, I ain't there yet. I ain't there yet, A clack, but you know what I'm saying? I'm working on it. Give me another few months to get this belly down.
you do go to the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to get mine down as well, but I don't really care. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
looking at me.
I just think you need more muscle. You just need more tone.
I just need a job. All right, so this is a comment on what happened to kids' TV. That was a good episode.
That was a good episode. I feel like we learned a lot.
So Brink said, his name is Brink, like that one
Like the movie.
Disney. Yeah,
Like this
like the
movie
movie.
break.
He said, loved this week's episode. Y'all made me laugh so much. Such a good time reminiscing the kids' TV days. Very cool topic and banter. Cheers, y'all.
Oh, we appreciate you too. That
Yeah.
was we actually really enjoyed the episode too. I really enjoyed the episode where we get to like where we get to learn stuff
Hmm.
and we get to like we get to and it's things that maybe I didn't necessarily know that Jared didn't know that the audience you all didn't know. It's not all fun and games around here at Big Black Geek Energy. It's you know it's education too.
Yeah.
Trying to fill that gap that PSTV has left for
Yeah.
the older generation because I don't know if kids should be listening to our podcast.
Yeah. Um, let's see. This comment is from Everybody Can't Be Hakad. Uh, Hakage.
Okage? Okay.
Hakage. That was a good episode for me because I didn't realize that everybody hated Naruto because they were told to hate Naruto.
I don't think they were told. I don't think they were necessarily told to hate Naruto, but I definitely think um, they was like we remember, like we know that the catastrophe that struck our village is inside of you, and we hate you for
Yeah.
that.
But then I didn't know that he said that the Hokage told him, you know, you can't tell him who he is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
That
and
gas
and, and,
order.
and that he wouldn't support him. That he was the reason why he was only eating
Yeah,
noodles every day.
yeah. All these folks we be looking up to in the anime, man, they really be the villains. Because had he been like, "Hey, y'all, I'm taking him under my wing. I'm gonna raise him myself because I killed, Loki, his parents. He didn't kill him, but his parents died."
Yeah. And then weren't they in a war? He's like the best weapon that they have.
I do appreciate Heroes in for that because not using Naruto as like a child weapon because he definitely could have stuck him in the Anbu and like they could have been controlling his mind and
Are
making
you
him
serious,
like.
Demarcus? They were using child weapons.
I
That's what the
appreciate.
whole show was
I just said
about.
I appreciate them not using Naruto as a child weapon. I was specific.
But they did. He was in that school to be a child weapon.
Not as it wasn't as bad as it could have been. It wasn't like they was doing Gara.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. All
Mm-hmm.
right, so everybody can be Hokage.
Mm-hmm.
Brink said, "Overcooked is such a fun couch co-op game. Highly recommended." Do you still play Overcooked?
We haven't played Overcooked in a minute. We've been playing Haven lately.
Y'all been playing what?
Haven.
Oh, Haven. Are you gonna get that split vision game? Split
Mm.
vision, split story, split something.
The one where it's like they get thrown into like the video game world and they just keep jumping from video game to video game.
Yeah, split fiction. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean maybe we got two games that we're playing that we overcooked and hate. So if we beat one of those, I'll get us another one.
They said that one person has to buy that game and you can play remotely with anybody in the world.
Oh, that's what's up.
Hmm.
Yeah, my girl ain't got a video game system, so
Well, she didn't get on it.
yeah,
A
I'm
Clack
good.
says, um, "How can you like six brown chicks more than AITA?" I guess he's talking to me. All them six brown chick stories are fake as H.
Low key, they do be far fetched. Low key, them six brown chicks, some of them big six brown chicks stuff. And I'll be like, this ain't happening to nobody.
Yeah.
Like you ain't married a man that had a baby with your sister and then start fucking them up. I stay married and now you trying to work it out. That's not the advice you need.
Yeah.
But they
So
are
so
dramatic. They are entertaining. I will give it that.
so I do know who this A Clack one is now. I did figure out who
Don't
this
expose
is.
them. They don't stop commenting.
No, he needs to be exposed. This
No,
is arson. This is
don't do
arson.
it.
This is arson from the Player
At the front
podcast.
door. uh,
Let me tell you about arson.
okay.
Arson has
As you,
Arson has a little daughter, right?
Mhm.
Lovely little daughter. And she's allergic to milk. So, Arson,
All milk?
I guess like dairy products.
Hmm.
So Arson she just had a birthday.
Mhm.
So Arson was like, he was talking to his podcast, and he was like, I went out to Atlanta, which he lives like down here by me, so it's
Mm.
like an hour
Yeah.
to get to Atlanta. He's like, and I drove to Atlanta to get this cake. And then Joseph, who's the co-host on the Player podcast, was like, "Wait, isn't your daughter allergic to milk?" And Arson's like, "Yeah." So he was like, "Who is the cake for?" And he was like, "Me and the party guest."
Hmm.
So you ate cake in front of your daughter, cake and ice cream, by the way, in front of your daughter at her birthday party. All of your family members was just munching on this cake in front of your daughter, and then she couldn't have no cake. So then I was like, Arson, you drove to Atlanta. How many vegan cake places did you pass? And then for ice cream, you could have got gelato. You could have got vegan ice cream. You could have got sherbet. I think sherbet uses dairy. I'm not sure, but you definitely could have got gelato or a vegan ice cream. But then you passed 8,000 million bakeries that do vegan cakes, but you didn't pick up a vegan cake for your daughter on her birthday, not yours.
You
And
know, there could have been a cake there that was specifically for her, and she had her own dairy-free cake.
there could
I'm,
have.
I'm saying, Jared, we don't know. We weren't there. We weren't invited to this
No,
party.
no, no, no. He said he didn't buy her a cake. And I asked him because we played Marvel Rivals
Mm.
one night. I was like, so you really didn't buy your daughter cake? He was like, no. So then he was like, I was like, so what did you do? And he said, I just gave her a popsicle.
Shut the front door.
So
How old
everybody,
is his daughter?
two,
Okay, at 2 years old, you might not care that much.
but still,
I don't know,
no,
man.
no, 2 years old is enough to know that everybody around you has something and you can't have none. Like
Hmm.
that's two
You,
years old
and
is enough
you
to know that
wouldn't
you're
really
being
understand.
exclusionary.
You wouldn't really understand why either.
Yes, and you don't understand why. I'm like, Arson, I'm going to call defects on you because that's bullying your child to have all of these people have a cake
That's
and ice cream and they're munching and laughing, and your daughter's sitting there with this popsicle melting on her fingers, sad at her birthday party. But yeah, that's the latest thing on their podcast. But they talk about us like they just talked about us on their podcast for 45 minutes.
damn.
Yeah,
Hey, we're a hot topic, bro.
we
Yeah.
are.
What's what time do y'all when do y'all usually play Marvel Rivals?
This was like on a Friday, late, late, late.
Okay,
We played till like 2 o'clock.
because I'm okay. Because if I get it, the only reason I'm gonna get it is to play with y'all. And
Mm,
if y'all playing at like 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night, I'm not gonna be able to play. It's gonna be like 5 o'clock here.
yeah, but yeah, he is he's kind of weird. All right, so let's see. All right, this is from PC versus console, and that oh, got an Amber Alert. This is PC versus console. This episode featured Gordon. Do you remember that episode?
Which episode now?
PC versus console.
Featuring Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is okay. The episode is PC versus console. I thought you were saying the username was PC versus console, and I was like, that's a long ass username. Okay.
Child, this episode was a year ago, and this person's Josh Turner. He said, "Y'all have some really good takes, but I lean more towards console. But I also never had a PC for gaming. I also never really had anyone to play multiplayer games with, and was too afraid
Mm,
of online."
I understand because I think like when my younger brother Deontay right around the time he was like, we had a good few years where he and I used to play video games together, and mostly because we only had one game system, so we had to play together or just like watch one play. We had like take turns, and I really miss those days. I really miss the days of like couch co-op or couch multiplayer. Because I don't like online either. Like I don't want to. I don't. I play games to relax. I don't want to get called a nigga uh, on. I don't want to get called a dirty monkey online because I'm beating somebody at a video game. Because yo, I was playing. I got back on Dueling Network because I'm playing with some folks at work. So I was on
Yeah.
Dueling Network to like optimize my day. And this dude immediately started like I played one card and I think I like messed up the how it works. And he was like, oh, you can't do that. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, read your card. And I was like, I read it. Like, just tell me what's tell me the issue, and we can get through this a little faster. And he was like, oh, you must have a fifth grade reading level. Like, you never learned how to read. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I'm like, it's midnight. We're playing a fucking kids game online. Like, you can't get it serious. And it was an unrated game. It wasn't like he was finna. There was no benefit in winning this game besides just like, oh, I won.
So
And
so
then I
y'all had
noticed,
like the voice chat going on.
no. It was through text. So he was
Oh.
taking his time. He was taking time to like type all this shit out, and I'm just like, bro, like I don't fucking care this much. So I quit the game,
You
and then
quit?
yeah, I'm
Oh.
not gonna deal with this person that fucking insulted me. Fuck you. Um, but I've definitely been on Dueling Network before. Matter of fact, let me be specific because I was playing on Dueling Book recently. Dueling Network is no longer a thing. Um, I was, but years ago, I was playing on Dueling Network, and um, I beat this guy at a game, and he was like, "Are you black?" And I was like,
Mm?
"He asked me if I'm black." Uh, and he was like, "Well, only black people use words like dope." And I was like, anyone can say dope. And I was and I was like, nah, I'm white. And then like we went back and forth a little bit, and I was at the end of it, I was like, nah, I'm white. And he was like, nigga, and then just like exited. And I was like, what? I was like, because I beat you at Duel Monsters? Are you kidding me?
Wow.
But yeah, I don't like playing online either. Because it's people like when you can't see people's faces, when you don't have their name, when they don't have any like personal identifying information, and when you can't like touch them, they real fucking bold, and they gonna talk fucking crazy. And I'm not a talk crazy person. Like,
Wow. Well, sorry you were called an N word.
yo, that's all playing online is. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like the only times I've enjoyed playing online is when we make like a private room and I just play with my friends.
Yeah. All right, guys. We were unsuccessful today.
I think we brought it back. I think we should do more of these, like go through our comments episodes, see what folks are saying.
And we don't have a lot of comments.
I mean, we don't, but when we do, I think we should do that because this is hilarious.
All right, so leave us some more comments, please. Like we
You
really
can
need
shout you
y'all to
out on the show.
yeah, we need to talk about comments on the show, both on Spotify and on iTunes. Please leave us some iTunes comments because we haven't had an iTunes comment since May of 2024, and that's like we're about to quit if y'all keep not leaving us comments. So yeah, leave us comments.
I still,
And
I still, I feel like I still don't see on Spotify where you can leave comments. Do you see on your phone? Oh wait, never mind. I got that. I got it now.
yeah, you can even send out emails. I'm like, it's
Uh,
not that.
Jared, for the longest time, you would talk about comments on Spotify, and I was like, I cannot leave. I cannot see nor leave comments on Spotify. I don't know what you're talking about.
But you see it now.
I do see it now. I just saw it.
All right. We're not doing questions today, but in the future, you can email your questions to black. What you say?
You're not gonna do a question?
Do you want to do a question?
No, we don't have to.
You can email your questions to blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. You can follow us on social media at Instagram, Black Geek Energy, Facebook, Black Geek Energy, Blue Sky, Black Geek Energy, Twitter, BGE_pod, TikTok, Black Geek Energy, YouTube, Black Geek Energy, and Twitch, Black Geek Energy, and Threads, Black Geek Energy. And DeMarcus, we have a Patreon that's only $3 a month. And DeMarcus, I'm going to do something special for the Patreon episode today. Um,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I really want to hurry up and get to it. That's why we're not going to do a question, but
Mm-hmm.
I um, have some questions to ask you, um, and I just want to see. I was looking at my past behavior,
Mm-hmm.
and um, I really want this podcast to be more successful.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote down some things that have made you upset in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just trying to see if because I be saying things for little ha ha he he kiki ka ka,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes you get really upset. So um, we're gonna talk about the things I say and how upset you get on the Patreon.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
So if you want to hear that conversation,
Ooh, sounds like I'm gonna be pissed off again. Uh,
no, see, Demarcus, you need to have faith. If you want to have that conversation, please go to Patreon. It's only $3 a month. And any final words on this episode?
yeah. Things don't always go as planned, y'all. And sometimes plans fall to the wayside. Just remember, um, planning is everything. Plans mean nothing.
Okay, and
You
thank y'all for listening.
next time. GE out.